right. Great Tuesday morning, everyone. Hope you're doing well. It's us on Mascoro Jr. with Manufactured Home Sales Mastery. In with our 15 minutes of mastery that we do each and every day to get your day started off on the right foot with some information, inspiration, and motivation so that you can go out and attack the day. So, listen, yesterday I gave you that hack, right? What's the hack to being able to dominate in 2026 and get more business? Comes down to intentionality. Comes down with what are you coming and showing up with every single day. All right. And so Alan Cohen writes right here, when your intention is clear, so is the way. And that is so very true. Hey man, hope you're doing great this Tuesday. Hope you're getting ready for Christmas in a couple of days, but that's a couple of days away. So we are in here with you and want to talk on intentionality because I've been talking about this for a while now. And I want to make sure, let me get into the screen here. Okay, here we go. So I want to make sure that you guys understand something. Intentionality has more to do with how you think than anything else. You see, your perspective on business, on life, on whatever it is going to determine just how intentional you are. What do I mean by intentional? I mean, it has everything to do with the way that you speak. It has everything to do with the way that you walk, the way that you talk. Like I mentioned, it has everything to do with whether or not life is happening for you or to you, right? How many times have you told yourself, man, why does this keep happening to me? It happens to you because you're not intentional. It's because you're just coasting through life. Maybe you're not you're not going, well, I always say, right, if you're not moving forward, you're going backwards. But maybe you aren't struggling per se, but things don't go how you need them to go. And that has everything to do with the intentionality. What does that mean? What do you get to the point, Caesar? Well, the point is this. All right. The point is this. You, my friends, have to be leading the conversations. You have to be leading the actions that are being taken. You have to be the one moving that forward every step of the way. So for all of you sales consultants out there, here it is. Okay. You know the outcome that you're after. You know the outcome that your buyer is after. Every single buyer is there to buy a home. They're not there for any other reason but to buy a home. They're not there to hang out with you. They're not there to just find out, how cool you are. They're there to buy a home. If they reached out to you in some sort of fashion, if they contacted you on your marketing, they contacted you online through your company website, they called your office, or they just walked in, whatever the situation may be, they showed up, they made that intentional move because they want to buy a home. Now, you knowing that outcome that they're after, you have to be just as determined as they are to be able to help them make that decision right then and there. You see, too many people get caught up in, well, I don't want to push too hard. I don't want to seem overbearing. You're not doing that at all, right? So what we're talking about here is this. Too many of you are soft when it comes to asking for the business, in making the intention clear. Too many of you out there aren't prepared to be able to really move your deals, your life, or anything else by that matter forward. Why is that? Because you lack the confidence, because you're uncertain about certain things, because you in your own life and the way that you grew up and that story that you tell yourself does not allow you to be that type of person. Okay. You'll have people that will influence you. You'll have people that will make you nervous simply because they give you some sort of attitude, because they get a lot of courage standing behind a keyboard, or they get whatever it may be. Right. Listen, you understand that people are there for a reason. What is your reason for being there? What are you trying to get accomplished? What are you trying to do for yourself, for your family, for your community? What is it that needs to happen? And you see, when you're clear on your purpose, just like the quote said at the beginning, when you're clear on your intention, everything else is going to be clear. So if you understand that you've got to make this thing happen for yourself, because one, Not only do you have to survive, but you should be thriving. Your family is in need of certain things. You've got other responsibilities. Just yesterday, I had a phone call from back home, and I was talking to my mom and my brother. Turns out my mom had a freak accident a couple days ago, and so she is not able to move around like she normally would, and she needs some help, especially overnight. And so here we are now. Now I've got to figure out a way to be able to help her out at the same time while we continue doing what we've got to do. See, and so these unexpected things happen. Now, how are you going to make that happen for yourself? What about those things that you need to do for other people besides yourself? So you've got to be clear in your intention. And when you're clear in your intention, you're going to be more confident, like we said. And when you're more confident, now you're going to gain better trust from people. Because when you're clear and you set the right expectations and you help your buyer understand that, look, I understand you came to get some information, but at the same time, you came to be able to purchase a home. And that's what I'm here to help you do today. Help you purchase a home. Too many of you try to not even talk about that. I don't want to tell them that I want to try and get them to make a decision today. They already made a decision. The decision they're trying to make is whether or not they're going to do it with you. Okay? It's not about whether they're going to buy a house. It's about whether they're going to do it with you. So you've got to be able to help them understand why your company, why your product. And so being intentional helps build that trust. Now they feel more confident in you, and now you have more influence. You have more influence on that buyer. You have more influence with your family. You have more influence with your friends. You have more influence with the community as a whole. And things start to happen for you instead of to you. So how do we get to be more intentional? That's why I said at the beginning, it starts up here. It starts with the story that you're telling yourself. It starts with how much do you believe, one, in yourself, and two, in the goals that you're after. For those of you that might be joining us, or maybe along the lines as you watch this replay, man, I'd love for you to put in the comments, what goals are you after in 2026? And how real are those goals to you? How really important are those goals to you? How important is it to you that you go ahead and make sure that you actually follow through on that? Because if they are that important to you, then you're going to put in the work to get better, to learn what you've got to learn so that you can be more confident. And so that way you are able to build better trust, whether it's in buyers, whether it's in your family, whether it's in the community at large. And when you build that trust, now you can establish influence and help that buyer make the decision they already wanted to make. You can ask with the full intention of receiving when you're asking for the business. And when they put up an objection, which you have to be expecting. That's the other thing. You should be expecting the objection. You should understand their job is to tell you no. Your job is to help them understand why no is the wrong answer and they should be doing business with you. So the fact that some of you get hung up on objections, don't really have a formula to overcome those, and can't truly move business forward on a consistent basis, especially right now when there's such a shortage of homes, all comes back to the lack of intention. So intentionality, however you want to describe it, whether it's just being direct, being straightforward, however, whatever word you want to use for it, that's what you need to be. But just remember this, my friends, as we wrap up for this morning in 15 minutes of mastery. Intentionality starts from your thoughts. How real is that goal that you're after? How committed is the goal? How committed are you to that goal that you're after? And if you are, then you're going to put in the work to get better at the things that you're weak at. And you're going to understand that you need to set the tone, whether it's on the phone or whether it's in person. You need to be the one that's setting the tone every single time. There's nothing wrong with having a good time, smiling, joking around with your buyers, but let it be clear what you're there to do that day. And if you operate in that manner with full intentionality, you're going to see that life and business is going to happen for you. And if you guys would like to get some help on this, maybe talk through this some more, I fully encourage you, okay, to go to our website, manufacturedhomesalesmastery.com. Go to our website and click on that little button that says Mastermind and join our Path to Mastery collective. It's only $25 a month. It's going to go up to $50 a month in January. So I'm just letting you know, this is not a pitch. It's simply information, because there you'll be able to come on these calls the first and third Wednesday of the month, 7 p.m. Central, and be with other people just like you from around the country that are out there looking to dominate their career in manufactured home sales. And we get into a whole bunch of different topics. We have guests that come in and also share what's working and give you tools and tips that will make your business so much better for you. So go there, manufacturedhomesalesmastery.com, click on the link that says Mastermind, and join that group, and you'll learn more on intentionality. You'll get more confidence surrounding yourself with these people, and you're going to have life happen for you instead of to you. And the same thing with your business. All right, guys, listen, I hope you guys have a great Tuesday. Get on out there, do some great things today, and let's make sure that everyone has a great 2026. All right. Until next time, my friends, remember, we're here to help take your life, your business, and your career to a whole new level. Can't wait to meet you.